What if we managed to lift the Titanic from the ocean floor, rescuing the ship that sank in 1912 and uncovering with it the secrets of its fateful history? In a remarkable recovery project that challenges both engineering and history, an international team of scientists, archaeologists, and technology companies embarks on an unprecedented mission, bringing the Titanic back to the surface. The ship, which has remained beneath the waters of the North Atlantic for more than a century, has become a symbol of both tragedy and mystery. With this rescue, the world hopes to find answers to the questions surrounding its history and sinking. In a possible alternate future, raising the Titanic to the surface could become a reality, thanks to a multi-billion-dollar fund provided by an international consortium in collaboration with museums, governments, and deep-sea exploration companies. The goal is simple yet ambitious: to lift the Titanic, preserve it, and transform it into a unique museum piece that allows future generations to explore the original remains of the legendary ship. This project requires an unprecedented combination of technological advancements. A team of engineers, divers, and scientists is developing a submarine inflation system, a network of pressurized air balloons and state-of-the-art materials capable of withstanding the ocean's extreme pressure. The balloons are placed at strategic points on the Titanic, designed to distribute the structure's weight as it ascends. Specialized underwater drones and robots operate on site, working tirelessly to prepare the ship and secure every part of its corroded structure to prevent it from collapsing during the ascent. As the world watches in anticipation, teams work at depths of over 3,800 meters, in a dark and frigid environment where the Titanic has remained like a time capsule, inhabited only by fish and bacteria slowly consuming its rusted iron. Every step is meticulous. Any mistake could destroy what remains of the structure and end forever the chances of rescuing the ship. After months of preparation, the Titanic finally begins to rise. Cameras broadcast live, and billions of people watch from their screens as the ships slowly approach the surface. The operation is slow and cautious. The ship ascends at a controlled speed of just a few meters per hour to prevent a sudden pressure change that could fracture the hull. The moment is historic. On April 15, 2033, the anniversary of its sinking, the Titanic breaks the ocean's surface, emerging in an unprecedented spectacle. Research vessels, television crews, and crowds watching from the shore celebrate as the iconic ship sees daylight again after more than 120 years in darkness. The atmosphere is solemn and filled with emotion. The ship, though worn and partially destroyed, still carries an energy that deeply moves those who see it. For many, it serves as a living reminder of life's fragility and the relentless passage of time. Once the Titanic is secured and stabilized in a shipyard specially designed for its restoration, the process of exploration and investigation begins. Archaeologists and conservators start examining every part of the ship, discovering preserved objects that seem to resist the passage of time. The first-class luxury cabins, though stripped of their original furniture, still retain wooden decorations and corroded bronze details that offer a glimpse of the ship's opulence. In the cargo hold, remnants of porcelain dishware, wine bottles, and some jewelry once belonging to wealthy passengers are found. Even traces of clothing, diaries, and letters emerge, testimonies of lives lost in the tragedy. But the most intriguing discovery takes place in the boiler room. Here, researchers uncover intact machinery that reveals precise details about the moment the Titanic began to sink. An analysis of the materials and markings on the structure suggests that the damage caused by the iceberg was more extensive than previously thought, and that the iron used in the ship's construction was of inferior quality, making the hull more vulnerable. This discovery raises the possibility that the disaster was not just the result of a series of human errors, but also of negligence in construction, something that could rewrite the history of the Titanic and call into question the decisions of its builders. As the Titanic's recovery is celebrated, intense debates arise over the ethics of this operation. Groups of victims' families and heritage experts argue that the Titanic should have been left undisturbed, respected as a grave beneath the sea. To them, the rescue is a violation of a sacred site. The question of whether the Titanic should have remained in the depths or been salvaged in the name of historical preservation divides society. The academic world is also divided. Some marine archaeologists and conservationists consider the raising of the Titanic an act of archaeological violation, arguing that the wreck was better preserved at the bottom of the sea. Others believe that by rescuing it, not only is it prevented from completely disintegrating over time, but it is also given a second life, one in which millions of people can honor the memory of the victims and understand the legacy of the tragedy. To counter the controversy, The consortium behind this project announces that the Titanic will be preserved without alterations and transformed into a floating museum, allowing visitors to explore the ship's interior in carefully restored areas while leaving the damaged sections untouched as a tribute to its history. Every visitor will be reminded that they are stepping into a monument to life, death, and the passage of time. After years of restoration, the Titanic becomes a floating museum. Docked at a specially constructed port in Ireland, where it was originally designed, the ship is revived as a living testament to history and tragedy. Visitors can walk its decks and see recreations of first, second, and third-class cabins, reliving what life was like on board. Each section serves as a tribute to the passengers who lost their lives in 1912. One of the most striking rooms is the Hall of Memory, a dark chamber where the names of the victims are projected alongside objects and photographs recovered from the ocean floor. This space was designed to honor and remember the life of each passenger, from the wealthiest to the most humble, and to connect new generations with this tragedy that defined a chapter in human history. The Titanic also becomes an educational and technological platform. Visitors can learn about the ship's engineering and the technical challenges of the recovery project. Scientists explain the process of restoration and preservation, and the museum serves as a research center dedicated to the conservation of underwater structures and the history of shipwrecks. The rescue of the Titanic not only brought a ship to the surface, but also revived the memory and lessons of a historic tragedy. The Titanic, restored and displayed as a museum, raises an inevitable question: how far should we go in our quest to recover the past? Is it legitimate to unearth our greatest treasures from the depths of the ocean, or should we leave them in peace as silent monuments in the abyss? The Titanic, now an icon of memory and technology, continues to challenge each visitor. Walking its decks and witnessing the remains of its former grandeur serves as a lesson in human arrogance and the risks of unchecked ambition. Ultimately, the Titanic is a reminder of our fragility, an eternal tribute to those who lost their lives, and a warning to ensure the future does not forget the mistakes of past. Was it right to bring it back to the surface, or should we have respected its rest at the bottom of the sea?